my skull. But before I do that, let me ask you, ma'am.
You must be joking.
I just want to ask you a question. You sit right there. No, she does have to see. She has to see. I just want her to take a look at this corkscrew. Because you look like a woman of some experience. Been around a bit, seen some things.
Her husband.
Her husband?
Yeah.
Her husband? Yeah, he looks like he showed her a thing or two. But right now, I just want to show her the corkscrew and ask her.
Ooh.
Has she ever seen one quite this
Screw
big
you.
before? No, she's shaking her head no. Sorry about that, sir. But no, she hasn't, and most of you have probably never seen one this big and never will again, because, ladies and gentlemen, I've got the biggest one you're ever going to see. And that's what I want you to tell people. Because I know you're going to talk about your time here at the Tattoo Expo. And when you do, I want you to tell people that you saw the lizard man, and he's got the biggest one you've ever seen. Because if you'll do that for me, I'm going to have a really good reputation the next time I come back to Iceland. But as important as size is, technique is important too. So, see, she knows. She does have experience. She knows. So right now, you've seen how big it is. I'm going to show you how I use it. First, a little lubrication. That's important when it's big. Girls, if you're standing next to a man that didn't just laugh a little bit, go ahead and stand next to a different man. You'll thank me later. Okay, now, all these people with their cameras out, they've got the right idea. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have a camera, get it out. If you have a camera phone, get it ready. If you've got a sketch pad, fuck it, that'll have to do. If you've got an Etch-a-Sketch, you better get good with it. Because, ladies and gentlemen, when you do tell people how you watched a completely tattooed freak screw himself on stage, nobody's going to believe you without proof. So if you're ready, here we go.
Oh my God. Screw you!
Ladies and gentlemen, the cranial corkscrew. Salty. Now, folks, something else somebody said to me earlier today. Someone came up and they said to me, they're like, I think I've seen you on TV before. And there's a good chance that you might have. I was very lucky that a number of years ago, I got to be on the Ripley's Believe It or Not television program, which if you're trying to remember what the TV show was, that's usually the one that most people have seen. And that actually worked out really, really well for me because I do travel and work with Ripley's all the time. And I'll tell you kind of a cool story about it. Now, if you go to Ripley's museums, you can see a statue of me in a lot of the museums. And to make that statue, they flew me down to Orlando, Florida, where they have their art department and their warehouse. And they did a full-body casting of me there. But they also gave me a tour of the warehouse. And that's where they store all the cool shit that they have that isn't in the museums. And I was amazed walking through there. I was looking at all this incredible stuff, like, you know, ancient weapons, giant gumballs, Dick Cheney's human heart. They had all sorts of unbelievable shit there. It was incredible. But at one point, I saw a picture on the wall in the warehouse of a woman with a Shetland pony, like the little miniature ponies. And I turned to the guy giving me the tour, and I was like, I don't get it. Is that like the world's smallest pony or something? It doesn't look that small. He said, no, that's actually a great story. He said, this woman in the Midwest of the United States trains miniature ponies as service animals for the blind. So if you go blind, and this is true, you can look up, if you go blind, you don't have to get a dog, you can get a pony. Right? And it's funny, I did the same thing. I laughed, I was like, oh, that's funny. And I immediately forgot about it, just like you will after this show. until about 3 weeks ago. I was visiting some friends, and while we were talking in their living room, their little girl came running in and just looked up at her mom and said, like, "But Mommy, I would do anything to have a pony at my birthday party." And suddenly I remembered. And I looked down at her and I said, "Really? Anything?" How long can you stare at the sun? No, that's wrong. I didn't say that. I wish I'd said it, but I didn't say it. But no, that is true. Look it up. There are such things as seeing eye ponies. That's my little trivia gift to you here tonight. Now, I'm going to need a little bit of space right here for this next one. I'm going to do. Just pull your feet back. Right there. You should be fine. You should be fine. Pull right back. I just need to set these chairs down here. Because I'm going to show you what is the Vice President of Ripley's Believe It or Not television program. This is his favorite stunt that I do. And since he liked it so much, hopefully you guys will like it as well. This is also a version of the stunt that got me my 3rd Guinness World Record. What I'm doing right now, ladies and gentlemen, is connecting a chain to these chairs.